You guys were already asking me a lot about the DJI Osmo, the mobile one that you can use with your smartphone to make really smooth shots, which I've seen before, but you know, it's $300, so it's kind of an investment. But as of yesterday, my God, I think they have just changed the game. So recently, DJI has introduced the Osmo Mobile 2, which is a redesigned take on the original, except this time they kept one thing in mind. They kept in the primary problem that I had with this device, that most people had when looking at this device, was they always saw it and went, wow, this makes really cool cinematic shots with my smartphone, but 300 bucks, like, ew. So with this one, they took on the primary focus of making it a cheaper model, and this one comes in at $130. That's it. Less than half of that of the previous version, which is really cool, with very little compromises on the redesign. So one difference is that it is no longer metal. The last one gave off a very premium feel. It had changeable batteries and was built of a very sturdy and tough metal. This one is built with more reinforced plastic. It's no longer metal, but they're saying that it's just as rigid. I do not have one, so I don't know if I can attest to that. But what I can say is that DJI has had a track record of making very good gimbals in all of their products, especially the reason their products are paired with Apple stores and Apple Store Online is because they retain that high quality feel. So I'm predicting that this one, while not being metal, is still going to give off a very premium feel. And now the batteries cannot be swapped out, which honestly, I'm totally fine with. You have to charge it, and that's probably the weakest part of the Osmo Mobile 2 is the fact that you have to charge it via micro USB. Would have liked to see Lightning or USB-C because it's actually coming exclusive to the Apple Store on January 23rd, and then it'll be available from third parties in February. Since they're partnered so close with Apple all the time, I kind of wish that they would have snuck a lightning port or something on there, but that's okay. I understand their primary focus was to make this gimbal cheaper, and if you have not seen the type of footage you can get out of an iPhone with these gimbals, it is absolutely groundbreaking. I'm definitely considering investing in one now because the price point is now super low. It's new, so lots of people are curious about it. They're wondering if the performance is as good as the original, and based on what DJI is telling us it's supposed to be. There's lots of cool modes you can have with it. So for instance, it plugs into your iPhone in the lightning port, which, oh my God, I just realized I would fail the portless challenge if I tried it. Maybe you guys know. Is there a way I can use this without plugging it into my lightning port? Please let me know. But if you're okay with doing that, or if you have an older phone, you can actually zoom in from one of the controls on this gimbal itself. You can give it some self-guided panning, and it has lots of different time-lapse modes. For instance, you can serve a time-lapse in which the gimbal slowly turns over time. The battery inside the gimbal also charges your phone, so if you want, the idea they recommend from their website is that you can live stream from your phone, have that live stream be incredibly stable, which is good actually, because when you're live streaming from the YouTube app, your phone doesn't get that optical image stabilization for some reason. And what I would appreciate is because when you're filming 4K at 60 on your iPhone 10 or 8, it cannot use its full stabilization power. So if you have a gimbal, you can retain that 4K at 60 while also remaining super smooth in your footage. So as someone who likes to vlog, anyone who watches my vlogs over on Tailosive Talks can attest that, yeah, Drew, your vlogs could be a little bit more stable. I could make them more stable by filming them at 1080 at 60, but nah, gotta work your way up to that 4K at 60, and then you gotta stay there. So this product definitely looks worth it to me. Battery life on it is supposed to get 15 hours, and it only takes 2 hours to charge it, and it even has a tripod mount on the bottom. So if you're like me and you have some of those old shoulder rigs, and you want to film stuff on our smartphones, which are getting incredibly better and better cameras, it would make sense that you could have a shoulder rig or even a tripod, attach this gimbal to that tripod, and then shoulder rig shots would look excellently smooth. And overall, that's kind of what separates an amateur videographer from a professional one, is how smooth things look, giving the illusion of a dolly effect. Like if you had this gimbal and you walked from side to side, it would look like it's actually running on a dolly. So I know I don't really talk about DJI too much on this channel. It's because I'm not big into drones. I know it's popular among other video guys or other vloggers, but they seem very expensive for getting you little amount of footage to me, and that's why I haven't made the jump to invest in one yet. But with this Osmo, with the primary focus of listening to their audience and saying, you know what, in order to make this affordable, we have to cut a few corners, but then lots of people are going to be excited. And that's why I wanted to talk about it, is because I think this could be one of the best-selling smartphone accessories of 2018, because this works on anything between the sizes of an SE all the way up to a 6S Plus, and it even works on Android phones in between. So because this works works on all phones and because it can provide such stability and it makes such a difference in your video performance, and the fact that it works in portrait mode now too, like this thing is built for Instagram stories. I can't wait to see how it looks, and I can't wait to see what creators out there are going to do with it. And personally, I cannot wait to try it out for myself to apply to my own vlogs over at Tailosive Talks. 130 bucks, like man, that's a pretty sweet deal. I don't know why anyone wouldn't buy this thing. I'm kind of sad that it had to come out in January. I feel like if this would have came out before Christmas, lots of people would have been buying it. Good deal, big change in your quality, and I definitely think I'll be investing in one as soon as they're available. Let me know your thoughts on the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 in those comments down below. I think it's going to be really cool, both for us Apple sheep or Android users out there. Really looking forward to unboxing it. This is your Apple sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.